MLM mistakes that I see in 2024 that many of you are making. Let's talk about this because I think it's so important for many of us to understand what we're not doing. It's easy to talk about, oh, you should do this and you should do this. Well, let's talk about what people are not doing. The mistakes that I see on a consistent basis. One thing that I see in this day and age in 2024 is people not treating it like a business. They're treating it like a job. They're treating it like affiliate marketing or sales. And listen, you should treat it like that way to some extent. You should sell your product. You should learn how to follow up and close and organize and build a customer base and be very intentional with building a foundation. But it is a business. You have tax deductions like a traditional business. It's a willable, sellable asset. What does that mean? That means you could hand this off to your family or will it to your children or grandchildren. You could sell this asset one day. You get tax deductions just like traditional business. So start thinking like a CEO. That would be my first tip. So what I see a lot of people are lacking is work ethic. They're very inconsistent. They don't have long-term vision. They're just winging it. They're treating it like a side hustle. They're treating it like a part-time thing. You're never going to build a substantial business, a profitable long-term business, half-assing it. You're never going to build anything significant if you're winging it. How many of you, let me know in the comments, if your goal is to build an empire, if you're trying to build something that is long-term, going to pay you even after you stop working. Because let me ask you this. In your current job, could you sell that job? Would you, if you stopped working, would anyone even want to buy that job? Probably not. You're just an employee. You just work for a company. You're building someone else's dream. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with a job. One of the worst mistakes you can make is going full-time prematurely. I do see this as a mistake also. People need the money. If you bring neediness to the marketplace, like I need to make $3,000 this month, how are you going to come off if you need to make the money? Unless somebody has a lot of influence, they have a reputation, credibility, they have maybe some experience building a business like this, and they can, pull in a lot of customers or they can pull in a team right away. I always worry when someone needs to make a lot of money because neediness or having that like commission breath, it stinks. It stinks, right? Now it's good to have like a burning desire, a passion, enthusiasm for what you're doing. Of course, that's important. In fact, you could even say that's another mistake that I see in the marketplace is a lot of people, they have a lot of nervous energy. They don't have a lot of confidence. And I get it. I understand it. It's hard to be confident in something when you're brand new. It's hard to be super certain about something when you're just getting started. That would be like, you go on your first few dates with a man or a woman. You kind of like them, but you're not certain that this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Sometimes you have to date a few companies before you marry one or fully commit to one. So I get that also. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to follow weakness. People follow strength, confidence, certainty. The beauty is in the beginning, you can borrow your upline's confidence. You can borrow their certainty. That's what I had to do in the early days. I sucked. I was horrible. I was not good at anything when I first got started. I wasn't coachable. I didn't have a great attitude. Like I was hungry, but I was like, oh, I don't want to speak in front of people, or I don't want to talk to these people, or I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend money. I don't have money. I don't want to go to that event. I don't want to read books. I don't want to do any of the things they were suggesting because I was, a little on the stubborn side. How many of you, that's a mistake. Be honest. How many of you made that mistake, being a know-it-all? The bottom line is most of us make the mistake of being uncoachable, not following the system, not leveraging the tools. Don't be a fool. Use the tools. And by the way, your upline is a tool. Why are you not introducing every single prospect to your upline so you can earn while you learn? Stop asking for permission. Hey, will you talk to my mentor, please? Can I put you in a chat? Like they're doing you a favor? I'm sorry. Do they have financial freedom? Are they making money in their sleep? Do they have leveraged income where they can make money even when they don't work? Do they have anyone else responsible for their income outside of themselves? Are they only exchanging time for dollars? Or do they have a residual income? Most people don't. And even if they do, those people are definitely more open to another income stream and definitely open to someone else that has what they want. I remember this very early on in my network marketing career. Find someone that has what you want, do what they do, and you'll get what they got. I'm still doing videos. Why aren't you? I'm still sharing my story. Why aren't you? Now you might say, well, I'm not as successful as you. How do you think I got to be so successful? Because I built relationships. I built my credibility. I was doing videos when I was barely making 10 to 20,000 a month. I was making 5 figures a month barely. I was not a millionaire when I first started doing videos. I was not a huge, massive, well-known network marketing coach, trainer, earner when I first started doing videos in 2013. I wasn't even that well-known in my company, let alone in the industry. This is a very important paradigm shift for many of you. You're overthinking. You're not telling your story. You're not empowering, entertaining, or educating. You got to ask every time you do a post, every time you do a piece of content, a video, a reel, a live, doesn't matter. Is this empowering? Is this educational? Or is this entertaining? I like to entertain. If you've ever seen Nadya and I train on stage, you know we like to have fun. We like to crack some jokes. Because the thing is, it's how people feel coming out of an event. It's how they feel after listening to a podcast or watching a video. So if you're just really boring, you're like, I'm just going to give them the facts, stats, and details. You're not going to get a lot of attention. It's hard to get attention on social media these days. Sorry. That's just the truth. John, it's really hard to get rich. I know. I'm sorry. It's the way it goes. It's hard to get rich. And by the way, it's even harder to stay rich. This is why I love residuals. This is why I love leveraged income. This is why I love pouring into other people. What I love about network marketing, and it's very rare, is that you actually partner up with people. You actually partner with people. Now, of course, you got to have a company you believe in, a product you believe in, a comp plan, a leadership team that you believe in, systems in place. Systems stand for save yourself time, energy, and money. Many of you are not systematic. You're not systematically building your business. Like I said, you're winging it. You have a crappy work ethic. You're not thinking long term. You're doing it when you feel good. Let me ask you this. Do you have big goals, big dreams, big aspirations? What is your reason for starting a business? What is your reason for doing what you do? Because anytime you feel sorry for yourself, remember that. The reason we built our brand, My Lifestyle Academy, because we didn't want to just help people make money. We wanted to help them build a life. Build multiple income streams. Maybe you want to buy beach houses. Maybe you want to invest in different things. Maybe you want your own monetization strategy eventually. I don't know what you want long term, but you better know. And if you don't know, you better sit down and figure that ish out. Because otherwise, if you don't have an actual plan in place, then your goal is just a wish. It's just a wish. It's a dream. It's nothing that's ever going to come true because you don't have a plan of action. What is your schedule? How many of you honestly have a schedule in place? So I have a full-time job. Okay. Do you have a schedule for your full-time job that you can never get rich doing? Can you make residual income in your job? Oh, you can't make money unless you're exchanging your time for dollars? Some of you own a business that owns you. The point is, you have a schedule. You have a schedule. You have to show up at a certain time. You take lunch breaks at a certain time. You go home at a certain... Why in the heck wouldn't you have a schedule? Why the heck wouldn't you leverage the system that's in place? By the way, why wouldn't you talk to your best contacts? What are you thinking? I see something. They're like, oh yeah, I really want to make this work, but I kind of, business is kind of slow. I'm like, awesome. How many people have you talked to today? They're like, oh, today's been busy, kids, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, everybody's got kids. Those are not excuses. Those are reasons to build. Those are reasons to show up. Those are reasons to reach out to your chicken listers. But I digress. Okay, today was busy. What about this past week? I don't know. I talked to a lot of people. So you're not even keeping track of your numbers? You're not keeping track of how many people you're talking to? John, you said you should be a human first and a marketer second. Yeah, but it's really hard to sell something if you talk to nobody about the thing you sell. Are you proactively and intentionally reaching out to people to build relationships? Are you popping the question every day? Are you asking people if they're open to making money? Are you asking people if they're open to using your fat loss system or your collagen or your whatever product you're selling? Are you proactive? Are you intentionally asking them? I know it's uncomfortable. Get over it. Isn't your bank account uncomfortable? Isn't working for someone else uncomfortable? Isn't waking up before the sun comes up uncomfortable and driving in rush hour traffic? Isn't it uncomfortable owning a business that owns you and working 100 hours a week? I don't know. There's lots of things that are uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to go to the gym and lift weights and you get real sore and all that, but it's the results that you should love. You're not going to love everything about your business. Your dreams and goals don't care about your feelings, and your feelings don't care about your dreams and goals. You have to start working harder, more consistent. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You need a schedule. You need You have to have this plan in place. This is what I'm telling you. Because that's another big mistake. People are super inconsistent in their actions, in their content. You know, it's always great when you see a new person come in and they're posting, they're sharing their story, they're talking about the products. They're like just naturally excited because it's new. But here's the truth. When you've been in the same business for a while, it's a little harder. People are like, John, how are you so excited after 22, almost 23 years in the profession, almost 9 years in the same company? Because I'm always talking to new people. I'm ATMing my face off. I'm still using the tools, using the videos. Remember I said group chats? I still put every one of my business prospects in a chat with other people. Do I need to? No. Do I need help closing my people? No, but I will tell you, my close ratio is higher when I put my prospect in a chat with other people. And I don't ask for permission. That's another mistake people are making. They're like, hey, is it cool if I introduce you? Will you watch this video? They're not doing you a favor. You are sharing the opportunity of a lifetime with them. Do you realize how lucky they are? You have a miracle in your mouth. Now, you're not going to say that. You're going to be like, bro, you are so lucky. I'm going to sponsor you. But that should be your mindset. It's all about posture. They don't pay your bills. Last time I checked, your friends and family don't pay your bills. These complete strangers, these trolls on your social media, like it's almost like you don't want a video to go viral because you end up with all like the nasty, negative haters and right. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's social media. That can happen. You might end up, but guess what? You can invite them to your VIP block party. It's a beautiful thing. My VIP block party is extremely long over the last 10 plus years, but you just can't care. You just can't care what other people think. I know that's so easy to say and so much harder to do, especially when you're new, especially when you're just building up the foundation, but you got to snap out of it. You got to get over this fear, this insecurity. What I see in this microwave society mentality is people are so short-sighted. Like, oh, it's been 30 days. I'm not rich yet. Oh, it's been 60 days. I haven't made any money. Like, it's been 60 days, dude. You're not committed. You're not consistent. You're winging it. Your work ethic sucks. You're not using the tools. You're not plugged into the training. You're not taking notes. You're not implementing. Or you get on the training, you're like, oh, that felt good. I feel good. Like, okay, now you have to actually like do stuff. And you might say, well, I've been at the same thing. I've been doing 5 years. It's not working yet. But again, are you tracking your numbers? How many people do you ATM? How many people are you putting in group chats? How many videos are you doing? Just being in is not good enough. You know, someone said on this video we were on last night, they're like, just don't quit. I don't agree with that because I've been in the same company 9 years. I have people that have been with me for 5, 6, 7 years. And yeah, you could say, well, they just haven't quit, but it's like, they haven't quit yet, but they're going to because they're literally doing nothing. There are people that are just in your community and they love the products and that's cool. This video is not for them. This is for those of you that want to fire your boss. You want a full-time income. You want to live the dream. How about, here's another mistake. You're not registered for your next company event. Oh, I don't have the money. That's why you got to go. If you don't have the money, you can't afford not to go. It's an investment in your future. Why would someone invest in you if you won't invest in you?